Many years, a lot of people have been wondering why Boko Haram suddenly become a business in the north. This video is going to review the reason why Boko Haram is ravaging the north and taking over everything over there. You may think it's because of political and other reasons, but in watching this video is going to give you more clue and verify from your own thinking. I want you to watch this video from beginning to end and we'll come back and continue.
Cell phones have what we call the GPS and NFC technologies that can locate anybody from anywhere in the world to the nearest meter.
Okay.
So these farmers carried these cell phones and people were coming to buy from them. So with these cell phones, they could track the seed grower and of course the farmers who were carrying. So all the farmers who were carrying this so-called electronic wallet were being tracked all around the country. They knew who the seed growers were. So this data was passed on to these mercenaries who are called the so-called Boko Haram or herdsmen. Okay. They went using those coordinates to find the seed growers, kill them in their farms and burn all their farms. Wow. And then the remaining of these farmers, they drove into IDP camps. Then they came as one NGO or the other, one international organization, and they came to the farms, to the camps, and gave them the so-called improved seeds. The improved seeds were the GMOs. Then the biotech companies' improved seeds were GMOs. They came to the farm, well, we are trying to help you resettle and rehabilitate you. They gave them these improved seeds. So by so doing, they now haven't wiped out practically all the natural seed growers. Now, driving the other farmers to the IDP camps, coming to the IDP camps, giving them these GMO seeds, then they allow the farmers to go back to their farms and plant these GMO seeds. Immediately they have finished the first planting season, they have captured the food security. So because the next season, they will need to go back to them. Now, what they plan going forward is that when they go back to them to ask for these seeds, they will tell them, okay, you have to pay 50,000 for a sachet. They say, oh no, we don't have 50,000. You say, you don't have 50,000. Okay, you know what we'll do? We'll tell you to, your wife, your daughters, they should go to a nearby clinic, which they will tell them which, and then donate their ovarian eggs. Because they need 100 million ovarian eggs to perfect a procedure we call somatic cell nuclear transfer. This somatic cell nuclear transfer is a way of taking the nucleus of the diseased organ and putting it in the ovarian egg and then letting it grow. That is a manual process, so it wastes a lot of ovarian eggs. So you can now see they want the women to be driven to fertility clinics so they can harvest the eggs. Now this is why they need to put mass sterilization, because that will only, the Boko Haram activity will only drive the farmers' wives and daughters to those fertility clinics. But the rest, if they now sell the food that has the gene inserted, the sterilization gene inserted, it will also drive every woman in Nigeria who has eaten that food, or every man, and then who has now become sterile. So when they go when they eat this food and become sterile, they now have to go to the fertility clinics. When they get to the fertility clinic trying to have a child, so while they go there, they will harvest maybe 10 eggs and then use 2 to try for them to have a child, and the remaining 10 they will sell to the biotech companies. Wow. This is exactly what is happening in Nigeria right now. Right now, this is the plan. This is what is fueling the violence. They are killing the natural seed growers who are their competitors. So they cannot operate in Nigeria without this. And they put enabling laws. The National Health Act allows them to take the eggs of women. The National Health Act passed in 2014, signed by President Goodluck Jonathan, allows them to take the gametes or ovarian eggs without consent and without any inhibition. They National Biosafety Management Act.
Did they say without consent?
Yeah, without consent
of the patient?
Yes, without consent of the patient.
You can
in fact, in the National Health Act, without consent of the patient, they can collect an organ. Now, the law says in both in section 48 and 51, it says that in the case of emergency, the organ can be harvested without consent. Now, in medicine, in anywhere in the world, what doctors do and nurses and pharmacists do in the hospital is emergency. Almost every case can be tagged an emergency, and in order to make sure that everybody will claim an emergency when they come to the hospital, they make emergency treatment free.
Okay.
So if emergency treatment is free, and then you go to this hospital and where they will harvest the egg, they don't need to ask you. You are waiving the emergency. If you say you are come for emergency, you waive the cost. Yeah. But at the same time, you have automatically paid for it with your organ. So this is the crime they committed.
I want you to share this video and let us know what you think for inside comment section regarding this video that you just watch now, because a lot of people are even imagining, can this be the true why Boko Haram suddenly are taking over the north? And this thing is spreading across Nigeria gradually by gradually, but the Nigeria government are busy chasing those who are calling for their own freedom, like Biafrans and Yoruba Nation group and other group who are calling for the betterment of the future of Nigeria. So let us know your own thoughts on this, and make sure you share this video so that other people will follow up waiting they go on. Remember, say you still there for the news info. Here we bring you updates back to back as it happen. Share, like, subscribe.